All right, let me just go.
Okay, fine.
Let me just go. Do you know who Klaus Schwab is?
No.
Oh, drop a comment if you know who Klaus Schwab is.
no clue.
All right, this is where we go in. Klaus Schwab is some billionaire, and he is a German fella. He's a German physicist or something like that, and he is head or founder of the World Economic Forum. And
Okay, now
what is the World Economic Forum?
no. See, now the fact that you just said, I know what the World Economic Forum is.
So the world, okay.
But
Klaus Schwab.
the fact that you're bringing him up in this conspiracy theory is funny to me, and the reason that for that being the case is
It's not a conspiracy.
it's
All right.
so benign.
All right. Klaus Schwab.
Are you saying that the World Economic League is part of the conspiracy?
All right. Fair enough.
I just finished watching probably my favorite show of all time, Peaky Blinders, and
Peaky Blinders.
the World Economic League's involved, and they're doing
Peaky
some shit
Blinders.
with Soviet Union and some Russian shit, and they're doing some spy shit. And
It's nice.
is that the case? Is that what the World Economic League's doing?
So the World Economic Forum is where some of the top businessmen, scientists, engineers, leaders, chairmen, people that sit on chairs and boards meet and go. They might meet in Switzerland. I think it's in Switzerland. And they go and meet and they talk about finance and economics and this, that, and the third. At the World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab had this weird introduction basically about how he's turning it to the guy, this intellectual guy that's a mathematician just went on Joe Rogan and basically broke down what he was saying, and they listened to it. And he was saying that they're changing from normal capitalistic. They want to change it from normal capital. They want to basically make like a world capitalism. They want to make a world like global economy, global market, and they want to all in tie because we know right now that China and Russia are building a pipeline to share oil and share gas and sell and trade to each other. They're building multiple, I think, trains and railways, but specifically the pipeline is pretty intense. That's pretty. I think that's pretty big, and so they meet at this World Economic Forum, and he basically says that they're changing. I think they're changing to like virtue capitalism or venture capitalism, where basically the economy is going to be run by the top billionaires that own the actual capital. And
Wait,
he
they're going
starts,
to function an economy on...
You can watch the whole thing. I didn't watch the whole thing. But then, so Klaus Schwab talked at the World Economic Forum. He said his thing, and then he brought up the leader of the Chinese Communist Party, Xi Jinping. You know, he's a great guy. Fucking really wholesome guy. Cares about his people for sure. And society first for Xi Jinping, you know. Cares about all people, all gender, all colors, all creed. And then later at the World Economic Forum, the Lord and Savior Dr. Fauci spoke right after, maybe not right after, but a little bit after Xi Jinping. And the World Economic Forum is probably not the most wholesome guys, and they're not the nicest people in the world. They maybe don't have the best intentions.
Doesn't sound like it.
Some would say. So that who is Klaus Schwab, and he also came out with his book, I think last year, called The Great Reset.
He did?
Klaus Schwab did, which is kind of interesting. But I don't know if he tried to make money off it.
Wait, and what was it about?
And basically, I'm not exactly sure, but basically it's about the transfer. Like we've been in like the U.S. and again,
Oh, it's about the transfer to that economy.
The transfer of money right now. Like the richest people have gotten richer and richer over COVID and this epidemic, and they've gotten more power, more control. And they're going to they've basically built this system to then, even if they open up all these economies and world economies, they're going to just get more power and more control. And basically, that's kind of the argument. It's the Great Reset is they're going to reset the world economy and go on this like global economic exchange. And the richest people in the world are going to are going to be in charge of what goes on and what's to say, but. It's kind of an argument of maybe what's already happening with the Federal Reserve, right? Or who even is the people that fund? Who is it? The Federal Reserve? Who even are they? Isn't it like just a fund of random people that nobody really knows?
That's just a quirk of the legislation.
What does that mean?
Like the Federal Reserve has to function as a private bank in order for it to serve its purpose.
But it's just technically a bunch of rich people that fund America?
No, it's owned by the government. There's a lot of like conspiracy. Right, I'm sticking to the sound and sure right now.
It sounded true.
There's a lot of conspiracy about
But isn't the bank
who owns. Like you'll see, it's like, did you guys know that the Federal Reserve is privately owned? Who owns the Federal Reserve?
Yeah.
It's owned by the government. It's just like for it to serve it's fake. It's like
It's not real,
It's
though.
a fugazi. Yeah.
Yeah, so either it is just rich people pumping money.
Who
into
knows?
the
I don't know what's going on
government,
behind the scenes.
or
That's just my understanding is. I mean, I don't know.
But the understanding literally makes no sense, though. You know what I'm saying?
No, because like
They either have a bank account that just
we have a
is
fiat
zero.
currency. Everything's bullshit. Yeah, that has to make sense. You have to accept that.
I
Everything's
know,
bullshit.
but that's the problem.
You have to play by the
though.
rules.
That is the problem.
The rules of tag are bullshit.
All right, so then
But you have to play by the rules of the
now
game.
let's get into a deeper concept. All right, so you want to keep going before I get. We'll stay there. We'll stay. We're all over the place because I do want to go deeper with this the COVID.